What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Dee Hankins Show, where we talk about life, help you with your curveballs, and celebrate your home runs. We are coming to the tail end of our physical resilience series. We have already touched on two of the big three. First being sleep, second being movement, and now we move into the fuel your body needs to do what it does, and we're gonna talk about nutrition. Now, before you tune out, because you think I'm gonna tell you to eat kale and drink wheatgrass for the rest of your life, relax. I'm not going to do that to you. Now, what I do want you to do is imagine that you owned a Ferrari, a high-performance, precision-engineered machine. Would you pull up to the gas station and fill that tank with diesel fuel mixed with mud and sugar? No, because you know that engine would stall, it would sputter, and eventually it'd die on the side of the road. Your body is infinitely more complex than a Ferrari and infinitely more valuable. Yet we pump all kind of sugar, grease, and chemicals into our tank every single day. And then we're surprised that we can't sleep. We're surprised that we have brain fog. We're surprised that we snap on our kids. We're surprised that we die out earlier than we should. Today, we're going to delete the word diet. That word is filled with restriction and shame. We're going to replace it with fuel. Now, as much as I want you to look great in a bathing suit, this isn't about that. This is about having the fuel to handle life's curveballs. Remember, resilience is the ability to bounce back. And when we talk about physical resilience, we want to place our body in the optimal position to bounce back, just in case something happens. This is episode 13, Fueling the Machine. Let's get into it. So why does nutrition matter for resilience? And it's simple. You can't have a resilient mind with an inflamed body. We often think that our mood and anxiety live entirely in our heads, and that's not true. There's something called the gut-brain axis, where your gut, your stomach, and your brain are physically connected together by the vagus nerve. Now, here's a crazy stat. 95% of your serotonin, which is that hormone that makes you happy, pretty much, that feel-good hormone, is produced in your gut, not just your brain. And if you think of it like that, if you eat a bunch of junk food and your stomach becomes inflamed, you're literally cutting off your supply of happiness. Okay, your supply of patience. There's a spiritual link to that. You can't be present and patient if your biology is consistently screaming in distress. So here's the mental link. Brain fog is often gut inflammation. When you clear your fuel, the fog lifts, giving you the mental resilience to solve problems. Now, we're going to talk about a resilience killer. We're going to talk about a body killer. We're going to talk about a serial killer. No? Did you get that? Serial killer? All right, yeah. All right, sugar. Okay? I have a love-hate relationship with sugar. I love candy. I love sugar. But sugar hates me. Sugar hates me so much. Sugar is my final boss on my journey to be more physically resilient, on my journey to be more physically fit and to look better. Sugar is my final boss. Just like we talked about financial resilience and side hustles, like you have to have the willpower and the energy to do these things, sugar is the same way. You can get addicted to sugar. And if you're like me and you eat sugar all the time and you decide you're going to cut it out, you are going to go through withdrawals. And whatever that looks like, I don't know if you're going to be sitting in your bed sweating and shivering, but you're going to be going through withdrawals. And I have done this. I have been through this and I hate it. I hate the relationship that I have with sugar, and I have to change it because check this out. You have 5 liters of blood. Most people have 5 liters of blood in their system. These 5 liters are designed to run off of a teaspoon of sugar. If you drink 1 soda, you are adding 39 grams of sugar into your body. That is 10 teaspoons, 10 times the normal amount that it needs. So now there's this chemical reaction that happens. Your body starts to produce insulin, and it floods your body with insulin. Think of insulin as a cleanup crew that gets all of this extra sugar out of your system as quickly as possible because it's dangerous. Now, because your body can't process this much energy at one time, it stores excess sugar into your fat storage cells. Now, because your insulin is so efficient, these workers are so efficient and good at what they do, your body suddenly dips below the normal blood sugar level and you crash. Now, I've had meals that are far beyond 1 teaspoon, dangerously far beyond 1 teaspoon of sugar. I've been to McDonald's where I had a large Coke. I had a sundae to go with that. I ate some of my kids' McFlurry. I had a burger. I had some fries. All of this equals, I don't even know how much. I don't even want to look it up. But that's way more than a teaspoon of sugar. And I am literally killing my body. Man, D, you got to get it together, bro. You got to get it together. So, sugar. Now, I will tell you this. Earlier I said if you look up nutrition on the internet, you're going to get 50,000 different, things. You're going to get carnivore diets and paleo diets and only eat nuts and vegans and vegetarians and pescatarians and all this stuff. And you got to fast, 5 times a week. You got to do all this stuff. You're going to get overwhelmed with information. But I will tell you this, all of those so-called experts and even the experts and all of the scientists will tell you one thing. And I think we all agree on one thing. Processed sugar and too much sugar is terrible for your system. So that is the worst type of fuel you can put in your body. And you feel those effects immediately. If you think that you're just eating lunch and then at 2 o'clock, you're just like, dude, I can't do this anymore. That is because your body just went through an all-out chemical warfare. Long story short, bad fuel creates natural disasters in your body. Things that you can't see, but you can definitely feel. So if we clean up our fuel, we'll have the energy to do the things that we need to do. Remember, everything is connected. You don't have the willpower or the time to cook at home. So what do? You get fast food, which ends up breaking your budget. As a matter of fact, if you guys look right now at your bank statements, look at all of the fast food that you have bought throughout the week. How much was it? I consider anything fast food that you didn't make at home. Okay? Look it up. How much was it? How much did you spend this week, this month? How much did you spend in the year on fast food? Not only is it breaking your bank, breaking your wallet, but it's also killing you slowly. So we got to change things up. All right? We'll be right back. As you know, my passion is to help people build resilience, and it's a journey I've been on my entire life. That's why I created the Dee Hankins At Best Student Development Program. I started the program because I once was a student facing major curveballs, and I want to show students that they have a chance at a successful future no matter their background. We empower students with a 6-step framework called Win Your Challenges, and we build a network of support between students and parents and caring adults in their lives. If you're a parent, educator, or administrator and want to learn more about how we build bridges and transform school communities, I invite you to visit my website, deehankins.com. That's DeeHankins.com to learn more about how you can bring the At Best program to your school. Welcome back, y'all. So how do we fix this without going into the diet culture trap? And we simply do that like we do everything by focusing on the my choices bucket. What you put in your body is my choice. So before anything, we have to take full accountability and responsibility for how we have been eating. You have to look into the mirror and you have to say it verbally. I've been eating like crap. I say this all the time. I have a love-hate relationship with sugar. I have my biggest battle is with sugar. Sugar is my final boss. I need to defeat this boss at all costs. Okay. And I can't blame anybody else. I can't blame McDonald's. I can't blame Snickers. I can't blame Hershey's. I can't blame anyone else but me. I can sit here and say, well, they shouldn't make that food. No, that's blaming other people. I shouldn't eat it because I know that it's only doing me harm. It's doing wonders for McDonald's because I'm making them more money. It's doing wonders for all these processed food companies because we're giving them our money. And I'll tell you this, I don't know of a story of one person that got their funeral paid for or their family's grief paid for by a company that made all this stuff, okay? So we have to change it. We have to get our power back, all right? So how do we do this without diving into diet culture, right? Because diet is restricting. We focus not on what we can't eat, but we focus on what we can eat. So here's a few ways to do this. Let's focus on what we call the crowd out method. It's not focusing on what you can't eat, but choosing the good stuff first. Fueling your body with premium fuel first, which leaves less room for sludge, less room for the crap. First thing that we could do, hydration. Hydration is the easiest win. Most of the time, you aren't even hungry. You're just dehydrated. Drink water. Water has 0 calories. I have this app, like this calisthenics app, and it's so funny because one of their like notifications is like, just drink water, literally. And every day it pops up, drink water, has 0 calories. And when I was heavy in my fitness journey, I craved water. I didn't crave soda. I didn't crave juice. I craved water because I kept drinking it. Your body loves water, absolutely loves water. It's its favorite thing. It's its favorite drink. Water. Now you can fill your water with fruit or infuse it with fruit, lemon, all this other stuff that you can do with your water. But just drink. Stay hydrated. You should drink in ounces half of your body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, 100 ounces of water. It's that easy every single day. I just drink a gallon of water. I try to grab a gallon and I just drink it. There's so many ways to make it exciting, but trust me, just try it. Try to drink strictly water for 1 week and you'll see that you're drinking more water than you ever have. Yes, you will pee a lot, but I don't know if this is weird to tell you guys, but I like peeing and seeing that it's healthy pee when I pee. Is that too much? Is that too much information? But still, I like to see that it's healthy, that it's not the super dark yellow. That means that you're dehydrated. One time I got freaked out because I was drinking beet juice in the morning and, my urine looked a little weird and I was freaking out. So I had to Google some stuff. But it should be pale yellow. Pale yellow, and that frequent peeing, flushing out toxins. It's flushing out your kidneys. Peeing all the time, dude, it's annoying, but man, when it's healthy, when you know you're on a healthy track, so awesome. And it helps prevent kidney stones. For those out there who had to pee out a kidney stone, not fun. I've never been there before, but I drink water just because I've heard peeing out a kidney stone is the worst pain that a lot of men say they have ever felt in their life. So I want to prevent that by drinking as much clean water as I possibly can. So hydration, easy win. Then you have the 1 ingredient rule, okay? When you go shopping, look for things that have 1 ingredient. For instance, an apple is an apple. Chicken is chicken. A bag of chips is flour, wheat, yellow 5, preservatives, red 5, yellow 40, blue 16, hike. It's just it's an experiment, okay? That has more than 1 ingredient. Look for things that have 1 ingredient. Grapes are grapes, fish is fish, tomatoes are tomatoes. Now, there's some naysayers out there that are going to say, they're still chemically modified and so on and so forth. Okay, well, if you get into the nuances of things and you go that deep into the rabbit hole, you're not going to be able to eat anything unless you grow your own food. And that is another option. That's a bonus tip. Grow your own food. Start your own garden. As a matter of fact, there's this Instagram profile that I just followed called Agrotonomy, and they have these little things that they vertical things that they set up. You put these pods in and you can grow your own food easily. I mean, I won't say too easy. You got to set some things up, but you can grow your own food. That is another option too. So it doesn't have any pesticides. It doesn't have any chemicals in it. It is your own food. That is an option for you. Okay. So buy one ingredient things. Number 3, the 80-20 rule. It's easy. 80% of the time, eat things that fuel your body, that keep you alive, that keep you healthy, that keep you effective. 20% of the time, eat whatever you want. Splurge a little bit, okay? Have a cheat meal. Have a cheat day. Okay, I'm going to take that back. Don't have a cheat day, but have a cheat meal or two, right? Cheat days can I used to do the cheat day thing. Cheat days can set you back. You had a good week at the gym. You went all 5 days. You decide Saturday is going to be your cheat day. It can ruin that. So don't have a cheat day, have a cheat meal. So 80-20 just means 80% of the time, eat things that are going to fuel you, that are going to help you lose weight, that are going to help you feel good about yourself, that are going to help with your physical resilience. Stay away from the bad stuff. But every now and then, have a piece of cake. Every now and then, have a candy bar. Every now and then, enjoy a shake or something like that. Be prepared for the crash that comes with it, but splurge a little bit. That's okay. We're resilient. We're not robotic. Unless you're in a bodybuilding competition, you have to be strict with your diet. Have a slice of cake. Just don't let that piece of cake become your go-to. Don't switch the 80-20. 80% bad, 20% good. All right? We'll be right back. What's up, everyone? I'm excited to announce the launch of my brand new podcast, The Dee Hankins Show. But it isn't just about me. I want you to be a part of it too. I'm looking for your stories for 2 brand new segments. First up, Curveball Corner. If you have a situation or problem that you're dealing with, send in your story and I'll give you my best advice. Then we have Home Run Highlights for those moments of pure, undeniable success, like paying off your student loans, landing a new job, or buying a house. So, you ready to be on the show? Head to the link in my bio right now and share your story with me. I can't wait to hear from you. Welcome back, everyone. Look, we've established some really practical, easy things to start getting into a better habit of taking care of our bodies and our physical resilience. We're getting rid of the sugar. We're focusing on one ingredients, okay? And we're drinking water. Remember, nutrition is the foundation for our mood and our resilience. You can't pray effectively, budget effectively, do things effectively when you're in a food coma. So we're going to change that. This is my challenge for all of you this week. For the next 7 days, drink water first. 16 ounces of water before you touch a bite of food. So before you eat breakfast, as a matter of fact, the moment you wake up, go drink 16 ounces of water. Before you eat breakfast, go drink 16 ounces of water. If you have to go to fast food, don't get a Coke Zero, don't get a Coke, don't get Pepsi, drink water. Get water. 16 ounces before any food goes into your mouth, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 7 days. All right, y'all, now we get to move on to my favorite segment, Curveball Corner and Home Run Highlights. And this week, we do not have any from y'all, but I have a highlight. I got my walk in. I told you I was going to get my walks in this week, and I have been walking, and man, it's felt good, man. Like the first day, I don't know if y'all can tell, but my energy is up. I don't know if my skin's glowing or whatever the case may be, but yo, these walks feel good. Sometimes I did 2 10s. Sometimes I did like 20, 30 minutes, but it just felt good to get out of the house, to walk, man. I had my kids going on walks, and it was just nice to get out in nature and be under the sun and get that vitamin D in. So I hope y'all did it too. That's my home run highlight. Remember, I want to hear from you. If you're following this podcast, if you're doing your walks, you're drinking your water, you lost some weight, you're just, things are going good in your life, dude, shout me a holla. If you're watching this on YouTube, even though you're random, right? We're random strangers and this video just popped up in your feed, but you had something good happen to you, go to my website, www.deehankins.com. Go to submit a story, because I want to hear from you. I want to create a community on this podcast of people that are doing amazing things. I want to give you your flowers. Oftentimes you do great things. You don't get to hear from people telling you congratulations. Well, I want to do it in front of my audience. If you have a curveball, you're going through something, don't suffer in silence. You need some advice? Holla at me. Go ahead and go to my website again, submit a story, a curveball, or a highlight. I love to hear from you guys. That's it for this week. Drink that water. I'll see you guys next week. Remember, life throws curveballs, but even curveballs can be hit for home runs.